Hello students, today I am here with the differentiation part 2, and in this section we are going to learn about implicit, explicit functions and also differentiation of these functions, and one more thing, that is derivative of inverse trigonometric functions. So let's start. First, we shall define what is an explicit function. Student, explicit functions means which can be expressed clearly in terms of dependent and independent variable. Something like y is equal to f of x is explicit function, and its example can be taken as y is equal to x square minus 3x. This is explicit function, means which is clearly expressible. Means explicit function means it is clearly expressible, and those which are not clearly expressible are termed as implicit functions. Implicit functions are generally in terms of both variables, that is independent and dependent variables. For example, if we took example of x raised to the power y plus y raised to the power x, this is the type of implicit function, because it cannot be clearly expressible in terms of y in terms of x or x in terms of y. So this is of the type of implicit functions. There maybe many such examples. Let us take another example: x square plus y square plus 2xy is equal to 0. This is also an implicit function. Today we are going to find derivative of these types of functions. First we are defining them, and later on we shall find the derivative of these functions. Now move to next, that is inverse trigonometric function. Then how to find derivative of inverse trigonometric function? In this case, let us take an example of dy by dx of sin inverse x. So how to find derivative of sin inverse x? Simply put y is equal to sin inverse x. Then by property of inverse trigonometric function, x is equal to sin y. Now differentiating both sides with respect to x, derivative of LHS will be 1, and derivative of RHS will be cos y and dy by dx. Why cos y dy by dx? Because when we write dy by dx of sin y, then obviously in the function variable is y and in the operator variable is x. So first change variable of the operator by chain rule, d by dy sin y, and now we can also have to write dy by dx into, so it will become cos y and it remains dy by dx. Now dy by dx is equal to 1 upon cos y, and cos y further can be written as 1 upon under root 1 minus sine square y, and as we know sine y is equal to x. From here sine y is equal to x. So after substituting we shall get 1 upon under root 1 minus x square. So here similarly we can find derivative of other trigonometric function, that is cos inverse x, tan inverse x, and so on. So we list all these formula here. dy dx of sine inverse x is equal to 1 upon under root 1 minus x squared. Second is dy dx cot inverse x is equal to minus 1 upon under root 1 minus x squared. Third is dy dx of tan inverse x is equal to 1 upon 1 plus x squared. Fourth one, dy dx of cot inverse x is equal to minus 1 upon 1 plus x square. You can observe here that one, if one is positive, then other will be negative, means sine inverse x is positive, then its negative will be derivative of cos inverse x. In the same manner, derivative of tan inverse x is equal to 1 upon 1 plus x square, and derivative of cot inverse x is equal to minus 1 upon 1 plus x square. And similarly for sec inverse and cosec inverse. So that's all for the concept of how to find derivative of inverse trigonometric functions. Now let us take some questions from your exercise 5.3 NCERT. First we take question number first. Here 2x is plus 3y is equal to sin x. Find derivative of, find dy by dx. Now simply differentiating both sides with respect to x, dy dx of 2x plus dy dx of 3y is equal to dy dx of sin x. So this implies 2 plus 3 dy by dx, simple, and derivative of sin x would be cos x. From here we need to find dy by dx. So transpose 2 to RHS, it will become cos x minus 2 and further divided by 3. So here dy by dx is equal to cos x minus 2 divided by 3. Okay, now let us take question number 4. x5 plus y squared is equal to tan x plus y. Find dy by dx. Differentiating both sides with respect to x. Now dy dx of xy plus dy dx of y squared is equal to dy dx of tan x plus dy by dx. Differentiating both sides, x into y means we need to use here u into v method. So it would become x dy by dx plus y plus 2y dy by dx, and derivative of tan x will be sec square x, and further derivative of y is dy by dx here. Now putting coefficients of dy by dx in one side, that is x plus 2y minus 1, and remaining in other side sec square x minus y. Now dy by dx is equal to sec square x minus y, which is divided by x plus 2y minus 1. That is the derivative of, that is the dy by dx of this implicit function. I hope it is clear to all you. In the same manner, take question number 7. Sin square y plus cos xy is equal to k. Find dy by dx here. Differentiating both sides with respect to x, dy dx sin square y plus dy dx cos xy is equal to dy dx of k we need to find here dy by dx of sine square y. So first we have to change variable of the operator using chain rule. So we did here, and this will be also solved by chain rule. So derivative of sine square y will flip finally it's sine 2y, and derivative of cos xy will be minus sin xy into x divided by dx plus y is equal to 0. Now sin 2y divided by dx minus x sin xy divided by dx minus y sin xy is equal to 0. Taking the coefficients of divided by dx one side and remaining on other side. In this way we found divided by dx is equal to y sin xy divided by sin 2y minus x sin xy. So this is divided by dx of this implicit function. Now take one more example, one more question of implicit function. That is question number 8 of your exercise. Sin square x plus sin square y is equal to 1. Find dy by dx. Differentiating both sides with respect to x. d by dx of sin square x, d by dx of sin square y, d by dx of 1. 2 sin x cos x plus 2 sin y cos y divided by dx is equal to 0. Sin 2x plus sin 2y divided by dx is equal to 0. From here divided by dx is equal to minus sin 2x divided by sin 2y. I hope these questions are very clear to all of you. Now we shall discuss derivative of inverse trigonometric functions. You can see here some suggested substitutions useful in finding derivative. Here are some suggested substitutions. If expression is a square plus x square, then we generally substitute x is equal to a tan theta or a cot theta. And if it is a square minus x squared, then we generally substitute x is equal to a sin theta or a cos theta. And if it is x square minus a square, then we generally substitute x is equal to a sec theta or a cosec theta. And fourth one, under root a minus x upon a plus x or a plus x upon a minus x. We generally substitute here x is equal to a cos 2 theta. And in last, under root a square minus x squared upon a square plus x squared or a square plus x squared divided by a squared minus x squared. In this section we substitute generally x square is equal to a square cos theta. So student, learn all these substitutions. They are not only here, they will also help you in integration. So you learn all these substitutions. Now one more is 1 plus sin x squared is equal to cos x by 2 plus sin x by 2 whole squared, and 1 minus sin x squared is equal to cos x by 2 minus sin x by 2 whole squared. So now we shall attempt questions of exercise. Question first we shall attempt question number 9. Here y is equal to sin inverse 2x upon 1 plus x squared. Simply put here x is equal to tan theta. After substituting tan theta, it will become y is equal to sin is inverse 2 tan theta divided by 1 plus tan square theta. And as you know that 2 tan theta can be written as sin 2 theta. And by property of inverse trigonometric function, sin inverse sin x is equal to x, so it will be 2 theta, and theta can be written as tan inverse x. As you know that if x is equal to tan theta, then by property of inverse trigonometric function, theta is equal to tan inverse x. Okay, so it will be 2 tan inverse x. Now differentiating, derivative of tan inverse x will be 1 upon 1 plus x square. So this is the answer. Now move to question number 12. Here y is equal to sin inverse 1 minus x square divided by 1 plus x square. Find dy by dx. Simply put, here also x is equal to tan theta. Y is equal to sin inverse 1 minus tan square theta divided by 1 plus cos tan square theta. And you know that 1 minus tan square theta divided by 1 plus tan square theta is cos 2 theta. So we put here cos 2 theta. Now there is a problem because in outside it is sin inverse and inside it is cos. So as we know that we can interchange cos into sin and sin into cos, very simple. So we said right here sin pi by 2 minus 2 theta in place of cos 2 theta. So this will become by property of the inverse trigonometric function, pi by 2 minus 2 theta is equal to pi by 2 minus 2 tan inverse x. Now differentiating both sides, dy by dx is equal to minus 2 divided by 1 plus x square. Now move to question number 13. Y is equal to cos inverse 2x upon 1 plus x square. Put here x is equal to tan theta, y is equal to cos inverse 2 tan theta divided by 1 plus tan square theta. This is cos inverse 2 tan theta upon 1 plus tan square theta is basically sin 2 theta. So we put here sin 2 theta, but there is a disagreement because outside is cos and inside is sin. So we know that cos inverse x is equal to pi by 2 minus sin inverse x. So we use this property here. Then y is equal to pi by 2 minus sin inverse sin 2 theta, that is pi by 2 minus 2 theta. Finally we write here pi by 2 minus 2 tan inverse x, because theta is tan inverse x. Now dy by dx is equal to minus 2 upon 1 plus x square. That is the answer. Now move to question number 15. Y is equal to sec inverse 1 upon 2x square minus 1. Then find dy by dx. Put x is equal to cos theta. Y is equal to sec inverse 1 upon 2 cos square theta minus 1. And as you know that 2 cos square theta minus 1 is cos 2 theta. So sec inverse 1 upon cos 2 theta, and 1 upon cos 2 theta can be written as sec 2 theta. Using inverse trigonometric property, it will be 2 theta, and after substituting theta, it will become 2 cos inverse x. After differentiating, dy by dx is equal to minus 2 divided by 1 root 1 minus x square. So student, that's all for your chapter differentiation and exercise 5.3. Very soon we will be with the exercise 5.4 and very important topic, that is derivative of logarithmic functions. Okay, now thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you.